on the attack, and it looks like a whole lot of ghosts are coming out.
Yeah, it does seem as though the case. We'll see if Goldenboy's all sorted, and once that's
should be
confirmed,
okay.
I'll let him go. I can hear Goldenboy, so I don't know. Maybe he's
well
just
production. If he's not going out to production, we'll figure it out. It's a remote broadcast.
Yeah, maybe, look, he's trying to dip and go home, I don't know. Caboose is getting that early attention. I'll give you guys this round to try and work things out. So you guys take your time and go for it. For now, Caboose going for that early contact up towards a short. 3 players sitting pretty passive on the site now. And overall, of course, Sentinels previously did set the tempo. They set the tone after map 1. So you really do need to see Terrific come back with a better answer. But the problem is if you don't default on a heavy sight lean, there's going to be gaps in your defense. And that was going to be one of them. But Akis reads it so well.
Wow, actually, I thought he connected with that shot from a distance, and I was a little concerned for a moment, like, wait, is this gun broken? But it turns out Dapper's going to be broken because he's right at the back of the site, nails 2 shots, will be hit with the paranoia, though, and he is called out accordingly. This is going to be the retake now. They cannot get enough time to be able to put down that wall. There's Akis, though. They got to get that spike down eventually, and it is Sentinels. They managed to put this one together in a bit of a crazy retake there. At no point was Akis able to drop that spike. Like, there's just no opportunity for him to do so, despite him fragging out.
Yeah, the pressure from Sentinels then was pretty insurmountable. They were quick on it. As soon as that spike was near the site, they just flooded it. You saw Sinatra just belt in and hit that mid-aggression. We saw this work very well before, especially when coupled with Zoms and a couple of the other players supporting him on this one. I think, Sick occasionally chimed in as well. We'll see if maybe, maybe Terrific had taken note of this. Not sure if they had the time, but we'll find out if they've got the presence of mind. As Sinatra is already down mid, he's through window, and he's basically behind them as Zoms already got a kill as well.
Just this fast, intense play from Sinatra. And despite him, oh my goodness, no, it just, again, it's ridiculous. What he does with a Spectre, and yes, it is anti-eco, they're running with pistols, but he does it even when they have guns. Like, that just cannot be looked over. It's just him getting so aggressive in the back of this back of the map. Unbelievable.
And you're right, yeah, it was only against pistols, but it sets a tone. How pissed are you if you're Terrific now? You're like, okay, well, I guess that means we need to default most of our rounds. We can't do heavy sight leans early because apparently Sinatra likes to run everywhere with the flash out. So again, for them, this means they have to take a little bit more precaution. They have to use some of that utility earlier than maybe they'd fancy. But it's a big purchase coming out. Of course, this time around, Terrific should have the better buy. So let's see if they can put that to good use. Caboose this time opting for that Phoenix, going to try and take some presence towards A long.
Sinatra actually got into the garage, like way out into that left corner, and then backed away. I believe Calypso did get some intel as to where Sinatra is going to be located. Akis now looking to work over here by mid alongside with Caboose. I'm going to try and clear this out. Watch out for the left side here, which is what Caboose is looking out. There comes the curveball. Boom, it's out. Now they just got to have each other's back. Caboose with 1 kill, and I mean, okay, so they blocked him off. I was about to say, hello, like, what is going on here? Sinatra pushes forward. He has run it back out. Will be called back. Spike is down. This is looking like a winnable situation here for Together We Are Terrific. They just have to watch their angles and cross these shots.
Yeah, beautiful post plant. You highlighted it. That crossfire is well positioned. Here comes a smoke. It will force a little bit of the play from maybe Caboose, but until they hear it, they won't be too fussed. They're picking out exactly where the spike is. And Zoms is just trying to run through time. Still has 1 smoke, but time is ticking. Going to try and maybe get it to halfway. Doing the spin, doesn't work out. That was going to find 1, but by now it's over and done with. Perfect response from Terrific. They finally found their footing, and it came through just kind of keeping it clean on that beast. Nice entry work from, I think it was Caboose there, really. So beautifully played in the end.
Yeah, the whole post plant, because you also had the smoke down, but they were tagging where that spike was. So all they needed to do was just get inside of the smoke and just spam. Because there's no friendly fire too, you had an op just shooting as many shots as he can, right? It was Mummy from window just shooting and shooting and shooting. Something was going to connect if that player had held on to it for longer than what was necessary. But anyway, though, moving on to this next round, can Terrific put together another one to be able to tie this thing up? You have Sinatra playing in short. He's got a shorty. He's held this angle before and could very well, oh, it's going to force him out there. He's going to get tagged right in the booty. He couldn't get out of there in time, try to get to the safe haven of his teammate. Dapper over on A short, but they got what they needed. They killed Sinatra, and this is going to be a save round for Sentinels, Lauren, but killing Sinatra early on, that's great.
You're calming him down, right? You're going to force him to stop playing that same game style that he was able to get away with in the previous map a little bit. And I want to see how kind of good he is with his mental fortitude. Can he keep that aggression up? Does he have new looks to it? Or is it a little bit one-dimensional? That's the next big question. Again, you know, obviously he sets the bar that high. You got to kind of keep that in mind. But nice plant coming out from Terrific. They're kind of taking good control. The post-plant positions, again, are very, very diligent. They're well controlled. And that's about all she wrote for this round. They can make an attempt to get some guns, which they might do. See if they can do just that. Zom's nice. Wait, hold on. Caboose has gone down. That's a little bit worrying. It shouldn't be a threat. I keep saying this because it really shouldn't be. There shouldn't be enough room for them to do this. No armor, no looks, but they've gone for the ultimate usage here. They really do want to push this issue. But finally, FNS Calypso deny that build back. There it is. Shut down in the end by Mummy, but you could see there was a moment, there was that window of opportunity that opened for them, and they instantly went on it.
And it gets stopped by that paranoia. It ends the entirety of that run because you had that Bulldog just ravaging down in mid, and had Zoms had the freedom to be able to get those shots off, I just don't see a world where he lives out in Cubby being tucked away in the corner like that. So good use of your utility once again. Holding on to something like that for the post plant is huge, and that gives them a tied up in this early game here, round 5. 2 rounds in a row for both teams. Let's see though if Terrific can take this lead. Be pretty big for them. They have been struggling in this game. Haven has kind of been a bit of a, I guess, a battleground here for this Sentinels lineup. 2 players already died on each side, so we're at an equal 4v4. Finesse not able to get the best out of the rival Cypher. Dapper gets the kill, prompting this team to rotate around Terrific. See what they could do.
Yeah, Akis kind of has a little bit more step, but it's Sinatra that can get past. And he's been tempered for sure. He's not playing that same hyper-aggressive playstyle because he can't in this round. But he's got info, doesn't over-rotate, and they need to be careful of this because you can see that's exactly what Terrific are trying to do. They've found the aggression. We saw it over on A-Long to start with. So they know there's a chance they could work back up this way. And it looks like the read's coming out from the Sentinels now. So again, almost mirrored in movement. It would be a little bit quicker, I guess, for Terrific to get here aside from Sova. So it's down on that Sova to buy time or garner clean info, which this could do. And now with that res, they've got to know what's going on, especially with all the other information starting to pile in. They know there's a player here and Calypso's on the site. This should have been quicker, but the ultimate's there. It should slow down the plant for the rotations.
Yeah, indeed it does. Now they're going to be on site. Sinatra up on top in the high ground here. He's still alive. He's still going to be a threat for this team. Flash is out. Pops up in front, but Mummy, he pops up in front, I should say, excuse me, but it was going to be Mummy who tags him and bags him. Dapper, though, still going to be alive. 1v2. Both players are going to be inside of A short. Dapper with 71 HP, 24 shields, not able to get the kill against Caboose, who got revived in order for them to have that man advantage. Goes to show you how critical that revive is and why Sage is such a really a crucial agent to run in this game right now.
I agree. I think as well I want to highlight Zoms. I think we're a little too early then. I think you could have waited for the support of the other players to come through. He was a little ahead. Maybe trying to, you know, capitalize on the ultimate that went down and clear out and help out his teammates, but going on your own is going to cost you that little bit of extra firepower with those crossfires that could have been in place, or at least the trade frags to be in place. So the economy is now broken for the Sentinels. So Terrific actually doing very, very nice work here, keeping them humble. We do see again a very similar look from Sinatra. They should be able to start reading this. This shouldn't be a surprise anymore. And they've done just that. So Akis has the answer. They've found the response that they need to kind of greet this aggression that's been thrown around. And well, it's a double dip from the defensive side. Still Brim and Sova down by the middle. But it will be an A hit coming through eventually.
Yeah. And they're going to know this. They just got to wait this one out. They don't have Sinatra. They don't have that high power fragging that could really be used to their advantage. 6 though, great shot, actually gets 2. Mummy goes down, and that's going to be courtesy of Shazam. Now this looks like a completely different round, but you have a lot of weakened members of Sentinels still alive. The res is out. Dapper is going to be back into the action. Spike is grabbed by Akis. Finesse has barely any HP remaining, and Akis used the heals for himself. Now he's going to play the slow. That's going to prevent him from being able to move around. Finesse drops back. They can actually bail out of this one. Akis with the frag might be enough to put the fear in them. They're going to be very weakened. Finesse with a kill, and this is looking great now for Together We Are Terrific. Akis is indeed terrific. He stayed alive. He played that one smart, even with the res coming through. And that was a save round, so just a good effort to yank away a lot of the cash, but also the ultimates too. If you're Sentinels, you're kind of okay with that.
Yeah, you are, and I want to give credit there to Terrific as well in the fact that they hit the brakes. You saw them kind of slow down the pace because things were getting a little bit too scary. Wow, what a response though coming out from the Sentinels. They've gone for the straight up double AWP purchase, so straight back down to 0 for Shazam and Dapper, so maybe feeling this is the answer. You've got to see what Dapper does. If they go for that instant A long presence, I'm sure you'll get the cage to get them across. That might be a bit of a miss there, a little bit too deep potentially. Not using it, flashing him off the angle, but Shazam has found success. But that's on the other side of the map, so not out of danger just yet.
Oh, Dapper's going to run into, yep, Finesse. He drops back. Caboose is going to be all the way inside of short. And I think Dapper may have gotten the audio cue that he was there. He shoots him right in the gut. Also still has that camera up on long. Rotation, the movement coming in. But Mummy does what Mummy does best. Nailing those shots with the op. He's been doing it all in competition long. But that double op play from Sentinels really paid off. And on Haven, it just makes sense. You have 2 long angles that you can play that op in. It was just textbook.
It's not a look you can always go to if your money's not there, but I guess if you've got the funding, try and make it a little bit of a fallback plan if you need it. For now, it looks like B will be the eventual goal. There is the Brim sitting quite patiently in towards that. Shazam is considering that maybe A isn't the final destination. And these 2 players will begin their approach. Probably going to try and time it together. Trade on entry, but Zoms finds Akis and, yeah, instantly converts towards Mummy as well. And you're going to see another good round, at least kind of a fight back coming in for the Sentinels after a good run for Terrific. 4 on the trots. Pretty impressive. And again, if your answer for the Sentinels is the double AWP, and that's what you need to succeed, it's fine as a win condition, but it's an expensive one. You've got to keep that economy really strong to be able to keep that by your side through an entire defensive half.
Yeah, maybe they are able to get 2-3 round wins here, and because of that, they'll keep that economy flowing. That would be the difference maker, but I totally agree with you there, Pansy. This is a risky business. Sentinel's certainly going to be playing with fire. In case, though, again, this is another hit on the A side. Just some peaks that Caboose likes to get on long. Dapper didn't give him anything to work with. Sinatra's going to be playing in that usual position by the cubby in short, and Caboose and Sinatra on the opposite sides of this one. He does have the support there for the refrag if he needs it. With the shots, they don't even know that he's there, and there you go, Finesse. I mean, you know, in that moment in time, right, I'm like, oh yeah, no, Sinatra's got this covered, but Finesse ever diligently checking every single angle, because that could have gone bad really quickly.
It could have fallen apart for sure. We do see this quick lean back towards B. Look at this fast pace to it as well. But you do have the angle for Shazam, so smokes come in, all that utility used. So they need to do a bit of damage here, and that is a perfect time for the ultimate. That's going to buy time for these rotations. But you've got to be careful. Look at double door. You've got 2 players funneling through. Zoms finds Akis, and it's certainly not over just yet. Jet's there, Sage is there, Cypher's there. They're all piling into this. It ain't about that op anymore. It's about window room. 4 players pressing the wall, bang, and sick with the adjustment. The man's a monster, but it's not enough to win the round just yet.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Shazam does now. He has the op in the backfield. His teammate's going to be over by C long. This was a plant toward long. Shazam trying to find an angle. If he touches this, you're going to have a Jet poking out instantly, but I think he's aware. He's waiting this one out, and he gets the shot, but now he has to watch out behind him, and I think that Calypso may have gotten the better, and indeed he did. Gets the headshot. He dipped it. As soon as he planted that, dipped it over to garage, wrapped all the way around the defender's side, and now they have themselves an op. Thank you so much to Sentinels. Thank you, Shazam, for being so giving.
He's a kind person. He's a kind guy. But yeah, we're actually seeing. I do want to highlight as well, you know, the difference of being able to temper someone's early aggression and not having an answer. Sinatra in map 1 was head and shoulders above most of the other teammates and even the opponents, of course. This time, no more than 5 kills. So they found an answer to that aggression very, very quickly, whereas we saw teams in the same scenario unable to do so. We are seeing that Brimstone on C-Long going for a walkabout. Shazam going to be putting that operator back towards middle. This is far more standard. You can see the Terrific in their approach have neutralized that aggression. It's very hard to continue it. Being a aggressive mobile AWPer or player in general is one of the highest accreditations you'll see players be gifted. If they can make that work, you'll see them become monsters. I look at, you know, potentially Device, in Counter-Strike, you know, Simple, these sort of players. And now late game aggression, late round aggression coming out. Sinatra this time being found again. They're not really falling for it. Dapper, though, gets a bit of play in, and this is going to be Akis swinging on. There should be a trade. It's too late. No trade to come back out. So the Sentinels kind of leaving Dapper to die there, and an instant lean towards the A site. A bit of maybe miscommunication or mistiming.
Could very well be the case. Now they're going to need to retake this. Spike will go down, and it's going to go over to the bottom right corner. Shazam is going to get the intel of this because of the owl drone. Also saw that another player was going to be located in Hell. That's the location down low where Shazam is right now. Gets back to his teammates. You got 4 players left alive. 4v4 situation. There goes the orbital strike. It is going to be enough to kill out Finesse. Sick there too to have his back. And look at Sick again. This guy continues to just be unbelievable. 3 kills for Sick. They're going to be able to get that one off. The spike is down, and that is it. Wow, the retake there was gorgeous, and all started with Zom's orbital strike from the Brimstone.
Bang on, yeah. And then, excuse me, Sick just swinging in. That was so well played. Understanding the timing, I like the way they used the orbital strike to clear out Hell, because it's a really tricky position. It allows you to play straight in towards the site instead, understanding where those players could be. Nicely done. Again, though, I do like to say early round, Terrific are playing a wonderful matchup. You can see, again, I can't say it without highlighting it the other way around. 2 of those rounds that the Sentinels have are currently off the back of just a pistol. Now, of course, that does work both ways. They could do the same in the next half, but pistol rounds, you know, there's only potentially 4 of them in a traditional manner, so they can't just bank on them going forward. They need a couple more of these gun rounds, which is not bad this time from Sinatra. He's gone and got a bit of mid-control. He doesn't need to leave this.
No, he doesn't. They did this before, but last time he had run it back. He played run it back and then charged out over to Hay. This time, he's just going to play a slow approach, because if they decide to go over toward B, they'll be there to frag out, and it's actually Akis who gets the better of Sinatra. We'll be able to pop the heal too, though. Dapper there to have his teammates back, but Mummy's there to assist as well. And now, Akis will have himself a gun. They can bring back their teammate too and give them a better advantage in this fight. They just drop all the way back now. They're going to go over to C. They got the intel. They know that Sick's going to be hanging back sight.
Ooh, he's been found so swift. This is such a good turnaround from Terrific. It feels like they're just like finding that confidence now. They've started, you know, bang those shots. This is a round they're on quite a light purchase too. So Spike now being planted, Shazam playing retake with that operator. Never easy, never fun. And honestly, I don't know how much you're going to get out of it. Unless you get a pick quickly, you know, put a fork in it, it's done. There's not much more to be said. Misses the shot off the angle. This one is looking very good for Terrific. Mummy gonna close out really, really strong. And the attacking side here, just going from strength to strength.
Yeah, and Mummy has been, for the last few rounds, he's really stepped up. He's been that guy that this team really needed. Forget the kills and the fact that he has 10 and he has the most, you know, out of his squad at this point. It's not really about that. It's about the timing. You know, he's always there to kind of just, it's similar to what Sick is doing, right? But Mummy has just been able to put that together with an op and just high impact frags multiple times here. Here comes Mummy again. Another shot. The end, just the first blood from Mummy. It's been a toss up, but he's been reliable. He's been good for it, you know, quite a few times now.
His value since he got that op has tripled. I mean, he's been so impactful. You said it. Those high impact kills, I mean, he's finding them everywhere he seems to go. So, not too worried about revealing that location. He'll be all right. He's just going to bounce around the map. Got Spike. They're taking their time. They're keeping the Sentinels guessing. No easy information to be found. And that double stack on A long for the Sentinels just isn't going to be doing it. And again, as soon as they get peeky, Mummy is right there. He's across this map. He's everywhere. And that is the most frustrating thing to play against.
I'm investing in Mummy stocks. Stonks. The stonks are high for Mummy. That's it. He's got all the capital. This dude has been disgusting. The 2 frags on the board came courtesy of Mummy. Sinatra's going to be all the way in the back, though. Saw exactly where that other player was going to be located and actually saw where 2 were going to be, but it's Caboose. Caboose is there to help his teammates out. Dapper, though, a kill on Calypso, but it's just going to be Dapper. Sees exactly where this Sage is. Spike is out. Caboose is on the flank. Dapper is none the wiser to this. And he will have to try and make a play here. No real options. Look at Caboose. The sneaky beaver, but it's Dapper who ends up surviving that one. He's got 28 HP, and I think at this point you kind of count your blessings and get on out of there.
Yeah, time to back away. And honestly, I pound for pound in this game, Terrific have just picked up the pacing massively. The way Mummy's been playing that kind of versatile operator, especially on the attack, is something that's really hard to quantify and deal with, especially on the defense. They haven't been able to get much success in their aggression when it comes to their defensive approach, which is, I mean, that's the next level, right? This was the question is, I'd hope the Sentinels do have, is a look when that aggression doesn't pay off as much. It's, you know, do you have that fallback strategy? Do you have that fallback synergy? Do you have the ability to read those rotations correctly, still find information, still be able to draw utility away? You know, all the checkboxes that come along with these sort of games. For now, though, if they get 5-7 on the half, it's actually not that bad. 4-8, it feels very, very one-sided, even though obviously some of these rounds have been very close, but the money has been drained pretty handedly, and Terrific are going to sit in a wonderful position here. I just want to see what Mummy does. If he's feeling the game, like, where is he going to take it this time?
No damage ultimates available. You don't have Brimstone ult, you don't have Run It Back, you don't have Hunter's Fury either, neither the Blades, but the Res, look out for that. Maybe it slows things down, or perhaps I spoke a little too soon here. Mummy's actually going to charge right in there, throwing caution to the wind. He knows he only had a limited window to be able to get that spike down. Zombs saw that spike pop off right in front of him. He's waiting for the shot there.
Smoke's down.
But there was no one on the opposite side of the wall. His teammates were right there looking and helping him out. They're just, this is so nicely done. They're just going to delay this as much as they possibly can. Right outside. Zombs a kill onto Caboose. Another smoke is out. They just don't have any time to work with here. It's going to be just one player left alive, actually. They need to get this thing down, and they managed to do so. The time was ticking, the pressure was on, but the numbers, the advantage, the angles, at the very least there, the way they played that one out was great for Sentinel. 7-5 going into the half. You'd have to be happy with that one, Pansy.
Yeah, that's room for recovery for sure. I think the way the rounds are playing out, I'm just still so impressed with how Terrific have come back in this. I think that's just credit to their mentality and their experienced players. You know, as much as, you know, there's a, I'd say an overly highlighted bias towards certain Counter-Strike players. I mean, these guys you got some real veterans on that squad. You got some real names that have been playing for quite some time. You know, Finesse definitely comes to mind at the forefront, but Caboose has been around. You know, a lot of these players have definitely put in their numbers and their days and their hours. So they know how it is to go, okay, we lost map 1. All right, we got map 2. Let's bounce back. They've got a good mental reset. So credit to them for bounding back in a 5-7.5. It's not too one-sided, but the rounds looked really good. But let's see if Sinatra can rekindle some of that magic that he had before. It looks like he can. Straight in, but outdone by Finesse. Shows him how you can do it with just the ghost. No fancy tricks, just damn good aim.
Yeah, he was bouncing around. They heard that was going to be coming through. And I'll be honest with you. You run that back a few more times, I think Sinatra gets that kill. Not to take it away from Finesse, but I just think that the way that whole thing played out, the frenzy, man, you're popping up right in front of him. You would think that would work out. In any case, though, Akis Just kind of thinking about maybe he can get that plant off or the defuse off by using the coverage there from the ice wall. Didn't work out. Mummy's going to stick the plant, though. He's going to stick the defuse, and he gets it. Even though Dapper came around the corner, it was not quick enough. And together we are terrific. Are going to keep the good times rolling for them. Even though they lost in the last round of the first half, to keep this thing going on the pistol.
Okay. Let's see if they can keep this clean. Let's see if they can close this one out, and hey, maybe we get to enjoy a scent potentially. It's certainly a tantalizing prospect in my mind, is getting to see these two teams play it out on a map that we haven't really seen too much of. Yeah, exactly.
In this tournament.
Even in bigger tournaments, people are still a little scared of the scent. It's definitely getting there, but there's a level of fear. We do see the pack of the Sentinels squad going walkabouts in middle. They do have very, very light weaponry, but maybe they can find a place to bring it to bear.
This is that anti-eco round. Sick with a start there. Headshot on Calypso. Oh, Akis is going to be very weakened and I thought that was actually going to be a good shot there on the back. I'm kind of surprised that Zoms didn't die, but he knows exactly where he's going to be. And so does Shazam, because Zoms gave the intel to his teammate. Finesse follows up with a kill of his own. Off screen, though. Caboose and Mummy working together. The fraggers, they've been doing such a great job, but it's Shazam. He had the Phantom, and you don't really expect to see the Phantom in this round, but he did so. Oh, no.
Fires
oh,
out.
No. Okay, I was about to say, was this going to happen? Was he going to get the knife? I wasn't comfortable with that. But Finesse is comfortable with the frag. He gets himself the kill and the round win. Finesse almost just... If he would have did the knife there, I think Puckett would have sent him $1 on Cash App.
I've heard him
and
do
only
that.
Cash App.
$2 on
Puckett
Cash
says
App.
$2. Wow, $2 whole. That's crazy. In a final too, I mean, I actually think that makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense in final.
You guys make some serious cash. I mean, $2. Goddamn. 5 to 9 though. 2 rounds so far. Let's see. This is the all-defining one. I'd say it's either a GG, and my mind instantly goes to map 3 because I'm a pessimist, and that's just how it is. So if Terrific win this one, I'm saying it's done. If the Sentinels pull it back in the round that they should, because the economy favors it, then maybe there's that long grind back. But they've got to walk that long path. Sinatra going to get it started very well against Caboose.
And that came from the ice and the flash. Good use to just combine utility together and keep this kind of, aggressive mentality that Sinatra has put forward going, right? And putting the fear into Together We Are Terrific.
See where they take it now. Looks like they've done that little bit of a hit towards A. They've got, nice couple of rotations, pulled people away from B, so longer rotations in general. And then heading back maybe towards C. Now, who's sitting on that C site? You've obviously got the Cypher there, well set up for this. They're going to hear the steps now. They know the utility's coming. How much damage can he do? Flashed up potentially here. Time being bought by those tripwires. Nicely done. Good enough work from Finesse to find one. Bought enough time for the rotations, at least, to come into more of a viable potential position.
Ice wall was played to block off the defender's side, but it has been destroyed. There's no other ice that's out. The Molotov is a nicely placed Molotov. Gonna give him enough. 53 HP for Mummy. Mummy just looking for any kind of shots he can get, but I think Mummy recognizes this is not going to be winnable. 53 HP, you just have yourself an op. You just have to run away, and Sentinels are on the hunt, trying to find him. I think that was some damage done. No, that was not enough. They're looking for him.
They're hunting. They want to get that gun away. Why wouldn't you? It's the operator. This man's been an absolute menace with it. Invest in taking this away. 3 men on the hunt. This is it. If they get him now, or they've seen him, he keeps running. Oh, 6 gone.
And he got the op. Yes, he did get the op. As soon as that whole thing fell apart and Mummy was trying to get away, you saw all the little red arrows of Sentinels just charging after him. You have to respect that.
I mean, they knew what they wanted, right? Just piling in. Now, let's see. I guess, you know what? There's a chance that they build back with
your
this.
pessimism still here? What's
it
the
lingers.
situation?
It definitely lingers around for a while. It'll take another good round win. You know what I mean?
Probably
like,
just because you've been trapped in a small apartment in Germany that you're just like this.
you're not wrong.
Oh, I mean, we've all been trapped, to be fair, so makes sense.
Here I am in my cupboard. Sinatra makes it out of the window at least. Having a little bit of a wander around himself. Why are you dry peeking that? Why are you dry peeking? What? Stop it! Stop! Giving him a chance! Make him use that utility. I know you guys are leading, but don't do this. Maybe they just want the round over with quickly, but don't build up that confidence. You don't want to unleash the beast we saw before. Maybe just want to get this round out of the way so they can focus on the gun round. But yeah, I'm scared if Sinatra starts operating. I mean, this is just him making the double digits now, so he's had a quiet game. But if he starts feeling some of that performance from before,
yeah,
there's a beast that could be awoken.
Could just be the dot, honestly. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I've been doing it wrong the whole time with my filthy crosshair. I should have just been team dot all day. Made mistakes.
Just
Long
play
live
what
the
you want
dot.
to play with, man. This is the thing, like, just be the true Counter-Strike player. Change it when you play bad. Change your res, change your crosshair, change the color, change every element. Maybe a mouse, bit of hardware, who knows? Because right now we do see that C-split coming in for the attacking side. Finesse, though, gonna find two. Instantly cuts this off at its knees. His success might be the complete downfall of this round for the Sentinels.
And he scopes out the two dead bodies on C long, so no opportunity really, unless they get this kill on Finesse, that they can go get the res and then work the round. They have a minute to play around with, so time is, while it will eventually become of the essence, I'm not too worried about them at this point here. Akiso is shot from the distance. Sinatra follows it up. They still have the spike. Player's going to be trapped by Lumber, and Sinatra got caught trying to break out the firewall, and Calypso gets 2 kills there, thus ending a good time for Sentinels, but they are not out of this one quite yet. Both teams will be able to buy up, but Mummy will get that op back in his possession.
Finesse is having a bit of a game there. Those 2 kills on C-Long, real nice. Real damn nice. That brings me a bit of joy. Yeah, Shaz up on the op, it looked like, but for some reason on the UI it's showing a Phantom. I guess it's an op. Maybe it just hasn't updated properly. Yeah, I don't know. This is still such a close game because it's scrappy, right? Like, some rounds it looks very diligent, but it's like, I don't see repeatable success for the Sentinels as much as I do for Terrific. I feel like they're able to capitalize on consistency far more in the way they're approaching it. But another full buy round should at least give us a way better indication than what we've seen thus far. And at present, the Sentinels looking like they're testing out a little bit more of a lean towards A. There hasn't been too much aggression. They're willing to fight Terrific, but they're not pushing up for that early info.
Garage is going to be right for the taking. They own this one here. Watch out for Sick with that res. Can bring this team right back. Sick going to be playing on the outside here. He will run into a player eventually. Did identify one and just gets out. Just flies on out of there. The shot didn't connect. No reason to try and follow this thing up. But you know where at least one is going to be. And also that there were shots coming from the defender's side. But I don't think they are aware that 2 are going to be holding in this spot. There goes the ice wall in play. Finesse, though, he got to kill this guy. And finally, Sick. He had to end it. It was too much. Finesse has just been owning this. There's Calypso with 2. And Finesse in this round and in the last has been the difference maker.
Don't feed the beast. Finesse is playing real good right here. And he's been the quintessential Cypher player on that C side. Buys time. Not only does he buy time, but he's got the ability apparently to just give you those 2-3 kills. That is, it's not easy to do. I mean, the guy's doing this against a team probably on a real high note. They've been having a great performance thus far. Picking up map 1, he's quelled that. He instantly plays out very, very well. So those 3 in the last round, just paramount to their success. And he's repeating it. It's repeatable. He's shown consistency in the approach. So I think, again, Sentinels back to the drawing board with sadly not many rounds to play with now.
Yeah, this is where you start to sweat if you're Sentinels. I thought Haven would have been an easy one for them. They have looked amazing on this, but part of the reason why they looked amazing was because of Sinatra's aggressive play style that, as you said, was essentially stopped, tempered, and ruined. So Sinatra's never really had much of an opportunity to get those big, flashy plays that have been working out for him in this tournament. And when Sentinels has to play slower, they kind of tend to just get caught off guard by situations like this, where Mummy, he's going to get this shot instantly and we'll be able to bail out of there. And the drone actually is there to help him out. And there is Sinatra. He just tried to shoulder peek. Sicto did have his teammates back, so he picks them back up. Mummy's going to be very weak. There goes the Hunter's Fury now, and this is where they're going to start to push on in. 3 players are going to go down, though. Caboose does get Dapper. Sinatra in the back of the field, and now they can get this spike down. So they played around the Owl drone, and that is the thing that gave them access to the site.
They threw so many, ultimates at it. They threw everything at the wall and saw what stuck. But yeah, that Owl drone was kind of the opening beginning that they used to build off the back of it for sure. So again, there's still life in them. It feels like they're clutching at straws. It's here and there. I just want consistency, and I'm seeing more of that out of Terrific. But again, 1 round can get you pumped up, can get you hyped up, can get you kind of think of a new way to approach this, and maybe that's what they're waiting on, is just that feeling that hits, and maybe this is it. Maybe that's that gateway back for them here. And after going C so often, and honestly getting manhandled by Finesse, you kind of have to try something new out.
Very true. Finesse in 2 rounds gave Terrific this lead that they've been able to build upon. But now, Sentinels, with this win, perhaps they could reset this. Where are the gaps in the defense for Terrific? Is it at A site? Who knows? Because A site has shifted up. You now brought the Cypher over here, so Finesse is going to be at A site.
Leave him alone.
And then Mummy's going to be at C. And they're looking to play at A, but they're bringing Finesse over there because he's got the hot hand.
Oh, just let him be, man. Don't bring the big boy over. Oh, man, that's rough. Well, it is what it is. That's a nice adjustment coming out from Terrific. I actually like that. Being willing to switch up at this point. I guess if you have that operator and someone like Mummy, you can switch him into this. It's not an uncommon thing to see an operator over here, but I'm liking it. I think this is a really nice way to keep him humble, and Caboose's aggression might need to be considered here. Oh, he sticks around a little too long. I was hoping he'd back away there, but maybe a little overconfident. Let's see if Finesse can handle this now.
Yeah, well, that hurts too, because now that the Cypher has been played out and Sick was there on the transition, they've been able to block off this site. They know exactly where the other 2 players are going to be. A site's open, and instead of them going over to B, they're actually going to be dealing with the last player that's here on A site, prompting this team, prompting the last 2 players to have to push over to A and deal with them. They use their numbers to their advantage, and they're just going to push out and deny them room to work around.
I think they won these guns away, but they're not going to get it. Akis just clambering to keep hold of his, but I don't think anyone else will chase. I don't know what the money's like. Akis going to find another. Could we have a little quick look towards the financials for both of these teams? If you get a second to do so, that would be fantastic. Yeah, it would be worthwhile to try and take that operator down, but I don't think they're going to do it. The money's okay to be chasing for 2, at least in my eyes. For the Sentinels, you don't want to go any more, because then you'll start kind of depleting your own funds. But yeah, okay, so let's talk about it. There has been a bit of an answer back, right? They've found a bit of a way to play this. Now, of course, it helps when you have stabilized funding, you have that money in the bag. But it's also been just kind of keeping it simple. They've been doing good site hits, and I love that positioning that came through in middle. I'm not sure who had it.
Sick. It was Sick,
who catch that rotation. So well controlled, handled, and considered. That, to me, is how you can really exploit teams trying to hit those rotations as soon as you hit a site. So just really good kind of consideration of that. But again, a little unfortunate that I think it was Caboose who got caught on that A short.
Yeah.
Kind of overcommitted there. I feel like he'll want to make up for that, so he might go overly aggressive this time to probably feel, I've got to make up for that mistake. But he does get put into an interesting position over by A long. Let's see if that pays off.
Yeah, he'll be tucked away at the cubby. Perhaps Dapper gets the kill here. They lose Sinatra, so their entry's gone, but 2 kills have come through. They just need Dapper to stay alive in this bit of a tussle that's been going on here. No one's there to help out Dapper. They bring back Calypso. They are going to have the man advantage as they make their way over toward the A site. Similar play from what they did before. And Caboose, man, he's just making his presence up. The spike is going to be down on long. This is basically going to be the end of this one. If Caboose, he's got 30 HP, so they can get the kill here. Let's see if Shazam is going to be the hero that this team needs. Well, It's going to be all up to Shazam. And I simply don't think it's possible with that spike being down at long and Shazam with an op. His options are severely limited.
Well, there's the right start to it all. That's one. Gonna need, what, 3 more? 30 seconds?
Yeah. Doable. Winnable.
It can happen. It's unlikely, but it can definitely happen. That's going to help out, but no one's peeking. And they really shouldn't. They should just set the crossfires and play smart. They don't need to kind of mess this one around. He's trying to bait the players in. Calypso's had enough, says goodbye, and we're on to 12 rounds.
Match point potential for game 3 inbound. We will be going to Ascent if that is the case. What a series this has been so far. Grand finals here for the 100 Thieves Cash App Gamers for Equality, presented by Cash App as well. Thank you so much to them for making this whole thing happen. Lots of great competitions. There was just one for League of Legends. There'll be another one coming up soon as well. So it's been fun. It's been fun to watch these two teams go at it as well. And I think we're, you know, yeah, it's a charity event. Some people may not put a lot of stock in it, but these two teams really are fantastic. And Mummy, he has become a superstar in my eyes. He's going to be a guy that we need to look out for because what he's been able to do here in not just this game, but in multiple games that he's played in, he's just been so impressive. And this op battle that is going on over on long. There goes Dapper.
Well, Sinatra's still in it, though. I mean, the thing is, by this point, how'd you get rid of these two players dug in at C? The Spike's down in such an awkward position. I mean, that's one way, I guess, but the tray's there. Mummy's not going to let that one go without a reply. Spike now recovered. They know it. They've heard it. They've understood it, but can they deal with it? Already the wall goes up, and Mummy now the last one playing this one out on the side, waiting for the support to come through short. Finesse is there, and Finesse does what is needed. And an excellent return from Terrific. It took a little bit of time in the making. There was definitely